Hey everybody, it's Jody and I've got some song books that I'd like to share with you today. I've been playing a lot of songs from these books and I just thought you might be interested in them as well because I actually think they're very versatile and can be appropriate for lots of different levels of expertise. So I will get into that in just a moment. But the books I'm talking about are the Ukulele Chord Melody Solos by Ukulele Mike Lynch. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Mike Lynch, he was a ukulele enthusiast and a very passionate, generous teacher, and still has many YouTube videos online where you can learn from him. He passed away in January of 2018, and I had only been playing ukulele for about 6 months at that time, but I knew who he was, and it was very sad for the ukulele community. But they let it be known right away that they were going to still continue to make his resources available. So I will post below a link that describes this set of ukulele chord melody books. And it's a little bit wonky. It's not like the easiest, most polished website or store. Basically, you have to send the money through PayPal and you put in the description what books you're paying for, and then his wife Colleen emails you the ebook, the PDF of the book. I first bought, I don't have this one available right in front of me, but he has a ukulele chord melody for Christmas songs, and I bought that last year in December. She sent it within 24 hours with some words of encouragement, and I enjoyed it so much that a few months later, this past February, I purchased the set of 3 ukulele chord melody songs. And again, they came within 24 hours, and I wanted to print them because they are ebooks, which you could just leave on your iPad or whatever, but I wanted to print them, and I sent them files to FedEx office, and they came back and said, sorry, these are copyright, we cannot print them. So I emailed Colleen again. She sent me a letter granting, for them, granting permission to have a copy printed, and I was on my way. So Colleen's very responsive, and I think it's kind of a beautiful way that he's still kind of supporting his family through these resources. So if you're unfamiliar with chord melody, it's basically you're playing maybe chords, but you're playing them in a way so that the melody note is always like the last note you hear. And so when you string these chords together, you have the melody of a song. So it's basically an instrumental piece, and instead of singing yourself, you're letting the ukulele sing for you. And it's kind of nice because not every ukulele player wants to sing or enjoys singing, and so it's kind of a way for you to play like solo pieces and still have it sound like a song without having to sing the melody yourself. So these books, one thing that I really love about them is I think they are very beginner friendly. Let me find a real simple one. Where's that? You can tell. Okay, well, here's Silent Night. There were a couple Christmas ones in his original one before he made the Christmas book. But you can see in this example, not a ton of chord changes and not super fast rhythm. So a lot of these songs, one reason why I like it is I can kind of flip through and I can kind of play a somewhat passable version of the song on my first try. And that's pretty rewarding and fun. And then there's also a lot of places I can take it. So I'm going to post a link to my friend Matt's, one of his videos. He plays baritone, and he plays beautiful chord melodies, and he uses Mike Lynch's arrangements, but then because he's so awesome, he can build upon that, and he elaborates and puts in flourishes and kind of makes it his own. But it's so for him, he kind of uses these songs as like the bones of the song. I mean, these arrangements as kind of like the bones of the song. Mike Lynch did the hard work, and he figured out the melody for you. But then if you want to be super fancy and add all these other little notes in between, you can. So that's kind of cool. You can really do a lot with these songs. So I'm going to play you a couple examples, and then I'm going to tell you 2 more applications for this book that I really enjoy. So he recommends that you use your thumb and you just play like that. You just play down. However, a couple of the songs I think sound better picked or plucked. So, for instance, this one. And then it repeats. Maybe I'll do better at the second time. And then I changed the ending because he doesn't have the ending I want to hear, so I'm working on something like that. So that's Fly Me to the Moon. That's an example. I'll show you kind of what it looks like, what I was playing. Okay. One thing I like about it, he's got the chords here, so you can see what chords you're playing and the notes. So one thing I like about it is you can learn other chords, other ways of playing chords you know. And you can learn, for instance, the very first chord, A minor. This is how you're probably used to playing A minor, 2, 0, 0, 0. But through this book, there's a lot of times where you're playing A minor like this because you want to hear this C note. So it's 2, 0, 0, 3. My friend Devin Scott calls that A minor with a friend. But it's still an A minor, so you can learn that. And when you're playing other songs and you feel like you really want to hear that note, now you know how to get it. So that's a cool thing. You can learn, there's a song I'm about to play which plays C like this. And maybe you didn't know that was also a C chord, and you can learn it. So if you're kind of paying attention while you're learning the song and playing it and looking at the chords, and you can actually kind of piece together some more information about notes and chords and up the neck. It's really fun. Okay, so now I'm going to play you 1 more, or 2 more, but this one is another one that's plucking. Whoops. Whoops. Alright, so I'm not going to do a ton of takes to get this perfect because I'm not perfect. But anyway, that's O Susanna, which I think I'm going to be teaching to a student here soon. And then 1 more. I just want to show you one that you can use just the thumb for. And this is another one where I've made up my own ending. When we get to that, Jumpin Jimmy Allen, if you're paying attention, you will see I'm using your little tip for the ending on this song. Okay, so this is What a Wonderful World in the key of F. Here we go. C, B flat, C. Here comes a diminished chord. And then I made up this ending. Here's Jumpin Jimmy Allen's big finish. Alright, so that's What a Wonderful World. Isn't it though? Isn't it? Okay, so try it if you want to. I've really been enjoying these songs. Like I said, there's a lot. There's 52 in the first book, 37 in the next book. I don't know how many are in the third book. I believe it was all 3 books for $50. And then again, I paid to have them printed. These I also believe are on the link that I'm showing you, the song index of all the songs. So yeah, this is not sponsored, or I'm not getting any money for this. I just enjoy these books and think you might as well. The third application I was just going to say is if you have never, like when you're playing with a group, you know, sometimes people will do a little solo while other people are playing the chords, which is really impressive and cool and fun. And if you've never done that and don't really feel comfortable just winging it, you can memorize like a verse, you know, the melody of a verse. And then when it's your turn to lead a song, to pick a song, say, how about What a Wonderful World in the key of F? And then, you know, you play a little solo interlude in there. I haven't tried that yet. That's probably my next stage. We'll see. But yeah, fun books, and I just don't think that you would get bored with them very quickly, because like I said, there's a lot of room for growth with them. It's not just what you see is what you get, although what you see is great and sounds nice and is really good for a beginner to, you know, beginner and intermediate level. But even though you like really rock stars out there, I think could use these as a resource for then kind of making it your own, or, you know, changing the endings or things like that. So again, I'm going to post Matt's video below too, so you can see a pro at work. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to play your uke today. Feed your soul. Have fun. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.